Let's look at some of the really cool things that you can do in Windows 7 that you can't do in XP. So this is my desktop, and let's say I'm working on several things at once. I'm trying to multitask, so I've got many windows open. If you go down to your Start taskbar down here, you can see that everything that's open has sort of like a highlighted box around it. And if I put my mouse on top of that screen, I can view what I have open. So without having to click through, I can just kind of scroll through and see I've got Chrome open, I have Calculator, I've got two Excel files open, and it will tell me which one is open. And if I actually mouse over the little preview, it will just select that window. So you can see everything else is kind of turned into a clear pane. And I want to look at my other file, I simply mouse over that file, and it will show me that. If I wanted to close it, I have a close option right there. Okay, so similarly, if I wanted to, let's say I just want to work with my calculator, and I've got all these windows open, all I need to do is just go up and grab the calculator and shake it, and it automatically minimizes everything else. So now my desktop is clear. I'm going to close my calculator, and then I'm going to open up Chrome in full screen. So let's say I'm working online, I'm looking at my email, I'm doing whatever I'm doing, and I need to jump back to my desktop and think, oh, where did that file go on my desktop? Let me see if I have it. I don't need to minimize. I can simply go down to this little corner box right there and put my mouse on top of it, and it will show my desktop. And you can see it kind of makes this clear window effect, so I can see my desktop. If I move my mouse off that button, my desktop fades away. So I just go down in the bottom right hand corner, show desktop, and then come back. One of my favorite features in Windows 7 is that I can multitask a lot easier with the multiple screen dock feature. So let's say I am wanting to work on these these Excel files while I'm working online. So I have my Excel file open here. I'm going to move it right there, and then I'm going to open Chrome, and I also want to look at Chrome, so I want to have two screens open at once. So in this case, it's kind of hard to look back and forth. I can grab the window and then bump it against the edge all the way over, and then you see that it grabs it and puts it in this side, and then I grab my Excel file and bump it against this edge, and now I have both windows open. So I could actually work on two things at once. So I could, copy and paste, I can click back and forth, and work on two screens at the same time. I'm going to go ahead and close this, and then there's my other Excel file. I'm going to close that as well. So those are some of the really cool things that you can do in Windows 7. Oh, and one last thing, if you right click on top of your icons down here, so if I right click, I get this list that's called a jump list, and it will give me my most visited websites, things that I recently closed. I can pull up a new window, or I can jump to what I currently have open. Same thing on my documents, I can go to my frequent documents and view what I've worked on lately. So some really cool features in Windows 7.